On divorce court today. Grown children moved back in and trust moved out. Robin says Derrick cheated with their friend. He denies the philandering, but claims her kids lack discipline. Robin Walton and Derrick Walton have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toller to resolve. Testimony in divorce court starts now.
Mrs. Walton, what I understand is your primary issue with Mr. Walton is trust.
Yes, ma'am. I don't trust him at all. My friend, me and Derrick...
Now, Mr. Walton, there will be no objecting. There will be no interrupting. We got that part?
Yes, ma'am.
We're not going to get along if we start like that.
All right.
Mrs. Walton, why don't you trust him? Give me some specific reasons.
We've been together for 10 years. We met at a club. So it was me, him, and my friend. We used to go out all the time together. So me, him, and my friend, I started getting an uncomfortable feeling about being around them in that setting for us three men together. Woman's intuition, that's what I had, for as him sleeping with her. So for years... Wait a minute,
hang on, that's pretty deep. Why do you think that?
I just had that feeling.
Mr. Walton? The next object, I'm going to eject you. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
I just got an uncomfortable feeling. Like when we used to be around each other, going to the clubs, drinking or whatever, it was like just a feeling that I got that him and her was messing around.
Did you ever confirm that feeling?
Yes. Like 6 months ago, she came to me. She told me that they did sleep around. They did mess around or whatever. So I went to him and I asked him. Not that I cried to him, not a regular cry where you just cry and wipe your tears. No, I'm talking about one of them bend over cries. Right, and hollering and screaming. That's how I went to him, and he still lied to me, told me that it never happened or whatever.
Mr. Walton, we're at the end of the road. We're in divorce court. No, hang on. We're in divorce court. Did you sleep with her friend?
I did not have a sexual relationship with that woman.
He is...
Let me tell you what, President Clinton. Did you fool around with that woman?
No, ma'am.
Did you touch her in a way you couldn't touch her in front of your wife?
No, ma'am.
Were you whispering, flirting, doing any kind of touching that wasn't appropriate?
No, ma'am.
He lied.
So you think her friend is just lying? Just made that up?
What I don't understand, why would you come, if this your friend, why would you wait so long if we did have sex to tell her 6 months ago?
I could tell you why. She waited a long time because she didn't want her to know. She was embarrassed. She was hurt. Her conscience got a hold of her. She couldn't hang on to it anymore, and she said it. Let's go on to the incident at New Year's Eve.
We had a New Year's Eve party. My friend came over there, and it's like, you know, a whole lot of people there or whatever. My friend come in. She like, I want to take a picture with him. Talking about my husband, she wants to take a picture with my husband. So I'm like, okay, fine. Didn't see nothing wrong with that. I goes to the dining room. Why is they taking pictures? She all like this, rubbing on him, and he's just standing there like, he's standing there like, you know, he hot or something.
Sit down.
Oh, God.
He's standing there like he hot or something. Like, this not my home, that she's in my home disrespecting me. So I politely pulled her to the side. Come on, you need to come here so we can sit down and talk.
When they say politely, you know it wasn't polite. I mean, you know it got ugly quick.
And
but go ahead.
I'm like, I don't appreciate you coming into my home, disrespecting me in my home. So therefore, I'm gonna need for you to leave. She like, oh, you don't have to worry about me ever coming back over here no more. I know I don't, because you're not coming back over here no more. So I told Mr. Walton, you need to get your stuff and leave, because you allowed this woman to disrespect me in my home.
In your own
so
home.
Therefore, you gotta go. I'm not going nowhere. This not your house by yourself. You can't put me out. Oh, you finna get up out of here. So he like, well, I was like, so I'm gonna call the police. I say, if you don't leave, I'm gonna call the police. Police can't put me up out of here. I ain't gotta go nowhere. Okay, fine. So let me call the police. So I grabbed the phone, so I called the police. I have a beautiful kitchen.
Right.
In my kitchen, I have plate settings. Do you know this man set up there? TV, 42-inch on the kitchen wall. A lot of people don't have no 42-inch TV on their kitchen wall. Do you know this man took all them plates and just started throwing them? I mean, just throwing the plates like, I'm like, why is you doing that?
So he broke the 42-inch TV with the plates.
He broke one TV. He went around the house breaking all the TVs. All the TVs.
Hang on,
65,
Mrs. Walton.
55. I mean,
all
like,
of
really?
them.
Yeah, all
You
of
had a
them.
65 and a 55 and a 42?
Yes, Your Honor. The next day, my son came over there. He like, Mama, what happened? I mean, somebody broke your hair or something? No, Derrick did that.
Okay, Mrs. Walton, hang on for a minute. Mr. Walton, Yeah, think you act like you got some sense?
Yes, ma'am.
You sure?
No problem.
Come on up. Explain to me what happened with the TV breaking incident.
Well, first of all, Your Honor, I didn't like the HD in the TVs, no way.
Huh?
So,
For real?
so she gonna come tell me, she look into things more than what they are. She's saying her friend taking pictures. It wasn't like that, Your Honor. You just taking pictures. Everybody in the house was taking pictures, but the TV.
So you felt that it was okay?
Ms. Walton?
Okay.
No crosstalk. You could have talked to him at home, not here.
Okay.
Mr. Walton, I was trying to get to you so we could have some reasonable conversation, but you came up here and said you broke TVs because you didn't like the HD anyway.
No, that's
what you
just
said.
one of the reasons why I broke it, though. But the thing was, how you gonna tell me get out my house? I bought them TVs.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Mr. Walton. In just a minute, I'm gonna tell you why that's foolish.
Right.
Next, was New Year's Eve the end of the line, or was more bad behavior brewing for this couple? Have you been living together for years but find that splitting up is as complicated as divorce? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Real people, real conflict, real judgments. Divorce Court continues.
Now, Mr. Walton, if you think you can behave yourself,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, I'm going to let you tell me a rational story. Well, I think that was asking too much, my bad. A story about the televisions, why you broke them, and where did that get you?
Well, actually, I broke them because I didn't feel it was right for her to come tell me to leave my own house. And she finna call the police, and it shouldn't have went that far.
Did you understand the nature of her problem, why she was upset with you?
But it wasn't that serious.
It wasn't that serious.
Right.
Right.
Because the way she looked at the problem, it wasn't.
So she blew it up out of
She blew it
proportion,
out of
is what
proportion.
you're saying.
Right. She blew everything out of proportion.
And having said that, I will say this. I did read in your response to her petition that she has a habit of doing in your tires.
Yes.
Explain that to me.
Say if we get into the littlest things, I'll try to just leave so it won't explode. She goes out there, flatten all 4 tires.
How often has that happened?
3 times in the last 7 months.
Mrs. Walton, did you do in his tires 3 times in the last 7 months?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, I did.
What prompts you to do all of that?
He lies. He just constantly lies. I feel like you should be able to tell me the truth. And, I mean, that's how it all started off. You know, like for us, he feel like that he can kick off an argument. We can be at home, have a little disagreement about something. He feel like he can say what he want to say and then just leave.
Just bounce.
Right. It don't go like that.
I
We need to finish this.
I understand.
I'm not finna sit home and be worried about, you know, tripping off of the conversation, the argument that we just had while he done went out and get to drinking or kicking it with his friends and I'm at home.
Mrs. Walton, I got
It's
that.
not
Thank
gonna
you.
work like that.
Thank you, Mrs. Walton. I hear you. We're gonna talk about it a little later, but
Yes,
I hear you
ma'am.
right now. Mr. Walton, we've been talking about you this entire time. I want to give you an opportunity to tell me what your primary concern with Mrs. Walton is, and I understand from your response that it has to do with gambling.
Yes, ma'am. My wife goes on the casino 5 to 6 times a week. And the thing is, when she loses her money, she get an attitude with everybody.
Now, how much does she lose when she goes?
You know what? I actually don't know because she lied to me about money. I just found out like 2 weeks ago that her 2 sons been giving her rent money every month. They told me this 2 weeks ago.
Now, how old are your sons, Mrs. Walton?
21, 25.
And they've been giving you rent money? Under the table so your husband doesn't know. Don't lie. Just tell it.
She didn't know I-
Right.
she didn't know I knew
don't
that.
know, but
Well, he knows now. I mean, you obviously didn't know he knew because I saw that on your face, that you didn't know. And my question is, are you...
Can I ask a question?
No, you cannot. Ms. Walton, the question I want you to answer is, are you taking money from your sons for rent under the table and sending it right to the casino?
Yes, I have.
Yes, you are.
I have.
Do you believe you have a gambling problem?
He the one started it. He the one introduced me to the boat.
He started your gambling
me,
problem.
Right. I didn't used to go on my boat. He did that. And now it's a big problem? No.
It's not a problem. It's just
It has to
you
be
gotta
a
know how to
problem.
limit yourself. She go every day.
She goes every day.
Every day.
Okay.
If I don't know where she at, I can walk on the casino. There she at a slot machine.
And I hope you have $20 on to give it to me.
Now, Mrs. Walton, I've got compassion for you on one level, but I got some things I want to talk to you about on another level, one of which is the manner in which you respond to your anger. Mr. Walton, I understand that she puts your stuff out in the street. Is that true?
I called home one day. My friend had just came home from prison. I said, I'm going to go out and have a beer or two with my friend.
Your friend just came home from prison?
Right.
All righty then.
So she was fine. She was fine with it. She said, okay. I get home about 2 in the morning. I pulls up. I'm like, I know we ain't get evicted or nothing because, man, it's a living room set, TVs, computers, games.
All out on the lawn.
On the lawn. But it wasn't just out there. She cut the couch up, cut the cords to the TVs, broke the game system, all my clothes, bleach and everything on the front lawn.
You two are a hot mess.
When divorce court continues, are Robin's grown children causing enough stress to break this relationship apart?
Do you believe that Robin can ever trust Derrick again? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now, 1-800-282-1991.
If you would like your case heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court continues.
You never, ever say, I'm upset, and then do something with a physical item. It doesn't work out. All you're doing is costing both of yourselves a whole lot of money, and you didn't resolve anything. You know, it's just like, gosh, my hair won't work today, and take scissors and cut it off. It does not resolve anything, and both of you are far too old to be engaging in that. I mean, Mr. Walton, are you with me?
Yes,
on the
ma'am.
television thing? You
Yes,
get that, right? You had to replace those, did you not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and Ms. Walton, you get that on the tires? You could have spent it on a whole lot of different things, but you spent it on your anger, and you got nothing in return.
Right.
Except for 5 seconds of, whoo, that was fun. After that was over, that was over. Another thing that I want to talk about with respect to the two of you is the sons living in the home. Mr. Walton, you're unhappy about that. You say they're too old to be there and they're not doing the right thing in there.
Correct.
Tell me about that.
When you gonna get yourself together to move out, it's none of that, no 2 months or nothing. It's like they don't want to take out the trash. They walk, put something in the trash, with the trash filled up, they'll do the pat down.
Pat down, not take out.
Take out the trash. You know, I go to her about it. She said, all right, I'm gonna talk to them about it. They're eating up all the food. Then I go want some French fries in the bag, cook me some French fries, the bag in there, but it's only about 3 or 4 fries in the bag.
I got you. Oh, Mr. Walton, Mrs. Walton, now I ask you, woman to woman, mother to mother, I know how we can get. I don't care how big and funky they are, they're still our babies. Are you letting them in the house just kind of hang and run ragged and not making them get up, get out, and get on to their business as they should? Hang on, Mr. Walton. Mrs. Walton, I'm talking to you.
No, ma'am. I mean, my sons are the best boys in the world. Any mother would be proud to have boys like that. They have jobs. My one son, he's back home. He's there because he has his daughter. He's raising his daughter. So therefore, it's kind of hard for him to raise his daughter, a single father doing it on his own. Of course, I'm going to help him. Mm-hmm. So I feel like as long as I have a roof over my head, my kids is going to have a roof over their head.
Do you understand his concern about that,
yes.
though? And do they contribute to the household other than giving you casino money in a manner that will allow Mr. Walton to feel respect in his own home?
Well, like I told Mr. Walton, to quit coming to me when there's something that's wrong that you don't feel comfortable with, go to them, talk to them about it. I mean, you're supposed to be the king of your castle. Mm-hmm. You have to go to them and talk to them about it. Don't put me in the middle of it for it's, okay, this is wrong or that's wrong. Say, you come to me about it so I can go talk to them. Then they look at it like, oh, he's snitching on me or something. No, go to them and talk to them. They're understandable. They respect him to the fullest. So,
Mr. Walton, have you tried the direct approach?
Yeah, I've done it. But the thing about it, she don't understand. She enabling them. You know, they got kids of their own. So you need to get out here and make it happen for yourself. What if we gone? What they gonna do then? Right. Something happened to us.
But they are working.
Right.
I don't get that often in here, and I got y'all working and they're working. I'm just excited.
They some good boys. Don't get me wrong. They some good boys. They working, but at the same time, it come a time you gotta get out. You having kids, so we going to keep letting them have kids and stay with us forever.
Are you gonna let them stay there forever?
No.
Do you think that's
My
right?
thing is, as long as they need me, I'm there for them. I'm going to help them.
Let me
we
say
have
this.
a big old 4-bedroom home.
I got Mrs. Walton. I'm talking.
So,
let me tell you something. Kids will need you as long as you allow them to need you. No, hang on. You can teach people to be weak. You can teach them not to be able to do what they're gonna do.
My sons, it's not like that. I'm enabling them. They stayed on their own before, but it's just they ran into bad times right now.
Okay.
The economy is messed up. I mean, they're going through something. They're, both trying to raise their kids on their own. They need me, and I need them.
Mr. and Mrs. Walton, you two are in here asking me for a whole lot of different stuff. You have destroyed half of your property, thousands in TVs, thousands in tires, and you've itemized and wrote it down for me and want me to do something about it. I'm gonna have to do something about it because it's my job. Before I do something about it, I'm gonna say something to you about it.
Judge Lynn Toller's ruling next. Divorce Court. Judge Lynn Toller's ruling right now.
Mrs. Walton, the look on your face. You are so hurt. I think you need to unburden yourself because that look on your face is speaking volumes to me, and I don't think you feel like you've been heard. So why don't you say either to me or to him what your heart is full of right now?
I just want to know the truth. For us, with you and my friend, did you sleep with her?
No.
I mean, is that really that important to you right now?
Yes, it is. Because I want to know. I mean, how can I be with a man that's supposed to be my husband? We're supposed to be best friends. Where do the trust supposed to come in at?
Mr. Walton, can you give us some peace?
It didn't happen.
Hey.
I mean, what you want me to do? It didn't happen. That's the only thing I can say.
All right. Here we go. You
See,
two.
there you go lying again.
Yeah.
You lying.
Ms. Walton, you need to either let that go. Hang on. You can't fix that. That's something that happened a while ago. You need to let that go and move. Oh, absolutely. You cannot keep revisiting anguish because you will continue to be anguished. You gotta.
Say one thing.
What?
I understand all of that. But how am I supposed to put closure to something that he can help me? He can help me put closure to this. And I will not
because
say nothing
you're a
else about it.
grown No, Mrs. Walton, because you're a grown woman and you can decide how your life is going to be. You can decide what to forgive, what to forget, and what to let go of.
And that's why I'm leaving him.
Because it's killing you. It's not killing him.
And that's
it's
why I'm
killing
leaving
you.
him.
And you don't know if your friend was lying, but this is a pain you got to decide to put a period on. You know what I mean? It's not hurting him, it's killing you. Let's talk about the money. You guys were running ragged, tearing up chaos and carrying on in that household. You cannot, after that period of time, come and say, look, I got a list of all the junk she tore up, and I got a list of all the junk I tore up. I need you to give her money for what this, that, and the other thing. Probably turn out even in the end anyway. I can't award anybody anything. But what I will say is you will be as tied up and angry and as hurt as you decide you want to be. He's not going to change his story, true or untrue. And if you don't let it go, you'll never be free. There will be no recovery in this matter. It's adjourned.
Robin and Derrick respect the judge's ruling and have agreed to see a mediator to attempt a reconciliation. Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court.